What's good, y'all, and welcome to what has WoR planned for 2024. And the video we'll be using is the Moonton interview from MABUCKET all the way back in January, actually. So we have the Moonton interview 2024 content, and we'll be going through it, talking about all the things that have been already confirmed on test server, all the things that we have no notice about, and we'll also have a look at all the things that he already confirmed way ahead of time. So, straight off the bat, we'll be going past the giveaway into the interview intro, and we'll really just have a look at what are we still missing, right? So, Guild Boss 2, the Guardian Golem was at that point still in development. You can kind of see it behind there with some extra screenshots and we all know we got it around the anniversary. It was planned to be a 3-boss phase. It basically came out exactly the way it was planned, with the survivability of the NTPS as a requirement. The design pretty much stayed the same. And to be fair, it is again rather impressive how they went from like this kind of design all the way to what we have now. And also you can kind of see that the shield stayed the same, that the chainsaw stayed the same, and that this fire actually went to poison. So it could have very well been a burn mechanic, but it looks like they went with poison regardless. So here are still like the normal stuff, and here we come to the first interesting part. Chapter 10. It is still confirmed that we are supposed to be getting a chapter 10 in a Draven/Ice setting with a strategy focus. So yeah. Now an interesting part right here is it says get revenge on Azor. So basically what happened is Azor was a normal dwarf, and then he saw a blade and he liked that blade, and then he crafted a curse blade, and then everybody hated him. That's kind of his lore abridged. But yeah, let's have a look at the pieces right here. You can really see that Dwarven architecture come to life. We have these steel cannons, stairs, cannonballs, overall fire. There should also be here, this is one of like the map settings. You can see that they kind of tested as well, like a bunch of Marys. It looks pretty sick, it looks pretty interesting, and we are in need of more. Here we have a bigger like kind of zoom in, and then here we have enemy types. So we have like different dwarves that kind of look like a reskinned Navi. Is Navi a dwarf? Also, I think this one eventually turned into a demon soldier. This one kind of looks like Boreas. But yeah, these will then be the enemy types with this guy or one of those guys probably being the boss. And then we have the new gear rates. The stage 18 unlocks with new sets and new materials obviously turned out to be gear dungeons. Now let's see if we actually have any more information past just that. So this is again impressive how they went from like a base state, though to be fair, it's not, I mean it's what game developers do, right? But you just also have to appreciate the craft. So yeah, multiple bosses rotating, each boss has own sets. Now this still hasn't happened yet, and I also don't know if they want to make it happen still. But it is already in the fights that we have 2 more keys for gear dungeons, so we are supposed to get up to 4 gear dungeons. Will that happen? I don't know. The plan was obviously to get to bring in the tier 3 sets, to increase the sets, the higher initial drop rates, initially 2 bosses. So we do have the initial 2 bosses, and then let's see if they talk about. Okay, so it looks like they want to bring in 2 sets of bosses always for 2 weeks. So like 1 and 2 for week 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4 for like week 3 and 4. Here we have kind of like the re-innovated tight display. We already know how it looks in Forerunners. It's kind of a combination of let's actually swap to it real quick. I think we should be able to manage that. This is kind of what they talked about. It's called like the war room, where you have Titanic ruins. So Guild Boss 2, Guild Boss 1, Tide, Demonic Crusade, Void Rift, and Void Rift Epilogue all in one place, so you don't have to like click around 100 menus. But yeah, that's what they were working on at the time. Alright, then obviously also this is kind of like the way Tide looks now. They want to kind of change it visually. Nothing too crazy, and we are supposed to get another boss, and this absolute chunky boy unit here is supposed to be a tight boss. Or at least that's what he was introduced to MABUCKET in that interview. So yeah, here we have the mounts. We already got the horse, which means we still have a griffin, a wyvern, and a stag elk Pokemon-like thing that still needs to be released. There will be some like chain, and I'll just cut it out. So you can kind of see the side by side. Though to be fair, for me it's kind of hard to spot what's better, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be better. So let's have a look. Stamina consumption and regen was a question, so we have the camp visit feature to grant more stamina, GVG and reworked arena, no stamina cost, stockable gold and XP bonus, which is true, and the Bosch mode doesn't consume stamina. I think they're referring to Codex. Let's see, plans to improve the damage mechanics, reduced late level monster defense, phasing other damage boosting factors over high attack, future valuation will maintain damage balance and limiting high defense monsters. Makes sense, or Sealers would still be the strongest damage dealer in the entire game, or be it the likes of Ingrid and Praetus with their true damage. Alright, next up, let's see. We have MABUCKET's questions. And here we go. So, new heroes. Everybody still cares about heroes, which means right here. We all know this guy now as Zimmerit, and he has already been released alongside Honora. Next up we have Sharky person, Sharky tentacle person. I don't know, you don't know, we don't know, but she does look very interesting, and it is very kind of like freaky with like the jills here, and also this like yeah, more or like giant megalodon inspiration. Here we go with another hero. I don't know, let's take some guesses. What would we say? I think he looks like an Arbiter. There is a like 0.5% chance it's the Epic Arbiter. He looks like a warrior, so probably like a warrior or tank Arbiter. Yeah. We have this demon guy who, I don't know, he looks like a curse / chaos faction fighter. Double axes, 4 hands, interesting. This is what everybody's been talking about or rumoring, hoping for lately, and it's like an Iron Maiden designed, inspired Nightmare faction lord. Here we have obviously Ingrid. She's been here 8 months ago. Sharky lady again. The Wrath rework. Let's see, new skins. We already got those on Valentine's. We got the Dolores one in Odyssey. CC questions. Alright, so interestingly enough, the whole like exclusive gear part and such wasn't even a part, but we are getting to a point where we have covered most of MABUCKET's interview, and I don't know why, but if I'm honest with you, I am very, very interested in chapter 10, because I just hope to be able to like provide some more guides for stuff and also just have fun figuring out different stages in different ways. So yeah, this has been this quick recap of what's still confirmed to come in 2024, and we see each other in the next one. Peace!